if you have a grandparent and you yourself are a millennial, I'm sure you've faced this whole fiasco before where you've been asked to convert things from a Word document, or I'm sorry, from a PDF to a Word document, and then sometimes back into that PDF, because people don't do like hash checks on, documents that they send out to see if they've been updated or salt checks or anything like that. There's ways you can figure this stuff out.
Yeah.
It's an image. I can't make it a Word document. It's an image. You can, it's scanned.
Well, I mean, you can do OCR on it, and you can sometimes figure out what the hell you're trying to say in there. Anyway, but that's not neither here nor there, because Rick Gates apparently was that millennial to Paul Manafort's grandpa. And now he is pleading guilty to conspiracy charges and for lying against feds in the Mueller probe.
He pled to 2 charges, and the original indictment was like over 30?
Well, there was 13 original indictments at the end of one grand jury that happened.
Yeah.
This was a separate grand jury. So they had him in 2 different federal courts where they had grand juries to have indictments handed down.
Okay, so it was at least 20.
He was proper fucked. Yes, he was proper fucked when this happened, and you could tell that's why he arrested both of them at the same time. He's like, okay, the first one of you that comes to me gets the deal.
Yeah. Oh, but they're still.
And he rolled. And it's funny because everybody thinking at the same time that, Manafort put up money for bail. He got all this stuff together to have a $10 million bail package and all this other fun stuff that all of us were going, why the fuck are you giving this guy bail? He's going to just leave. He's going to run away. Come to find out, the stuff that he put up for his bail package is stuff that was part of this lawsuit that's now being seized by the federal government.
Yeah.
Wow.
So he can't even. Manafort is getting fucked so hard.
He is a shitty person that made himself into a rich man by lying all the fucking time. And now he's going to be turned into a pauper again by Mueller.
Oh, yeah.
And that's the one thing that is going to scare the shit out of Trump more than anything.
I'm sorry. I feel reminded of the story of Icarus flying too close to the sun. These fuckers, they made themselves rich. They played the system. They never would have gone to prison because our capitalist society is fairly fucking awful. But
just go watch The Good Guys.
So,
or the other guys.
But they decided they needed more power. And so they decided to go into politics with zero fucking knowledge, because it turns out you don't actually have to be a smart person to make a fuck ton of money.
No, you don't.
Yeah, no. You just have
to have like no ethics.
Have to know morality.
No morality. Yeah, no. But our capitalist society is fucked. These people weren't particularly clever. They weren't particularly innovative or anything like that. They were just like, I can fuck the system. And you're like, in the private sector, you bet your ass you can. But then they decided to go into politics, and they've had the same rules applied. And it's delicious to watch them realize that
a former federal prosecutor has commented on the Manafort and Gates method appears to have been extensively bold and greedy. These guys have been extensively bold and greedy with a capital G. But
to the sun.
But not all that sophisticated.
Icarus.
Not all that. Man, he's polite.
So just how unsophisticated we are. That story that we talked about with PDFs and Word documents and stuff, that's how they're getting him on money laundering charges now. Because he submitted doctored DMI, which is a Davis Manafort Incorporated, for 2015 and 2016 documents that grossly overstated what their income was by more than $4 million. So stupid. So what happened is, here's the example that I want to give you guys. To create the false profits and loss statement that he had, around October 2016, Manafort emailed Gates a PDF version of the real profits and losses chart that came out, which showed a loss of more than $600,000. So they were losing that year in income. They were not making anything that year. Gates then converted that into a Word document so it could be edited. And then Gates sent it back to Manafort. Manafort altered that Word document by adding $3.5 million worth of income into it. Then he sent the falsified one back to Gates and asked for the Word document to be converted back to the PDF, which he did and returned to Manafort. Manafort then sent the falsified one to this certain lender that was out there. They don't list what bank it was.
It's so stupid.
His not being able to do this created a paper trail of showing exactly how he fucking criminalized things.
Poetry.
That's like signing. That's like signing for the Amazon document, the Amazon shipment that's come to your house as the wrong house, and keeping it. You know, it's like, oh yeah, this thing came to my house. I'm just going to sign for it, and like, oh shit.
Can you help me completely lie my ass off? Yeah, put your ass.
And someone's like, yeah, I'm dying, everybody. Manafort created an incriminating paper trail because he needed someone to help him convert a Word document.
Oh my god. I mean, it's
well, the worst part about that, it's like a 3-second Google search. It's like the top result.
And the funny thing is, the person that wrote this article said, well, in Manafort's defense, converting documents to and from Word could be easier. Not having done this for a while, I attempted to transform this Word draft into a blog, into a PDF. I confess I did fumble at first, but I eventually managed to get the job done. And according to my stopwatch, the full ordeal took me, drumroll please, 42 seconds.
Wait, no, that's not what I want to do. Okay, hold on.
It involves a few steps, but there are plenty of accessible...
That's the entire thought process. Like, not working. Hold on. Oh, now it worked.
And, you know, even if he didn't have an easy way of doing this, he could have bought the version of Adobe that lets you do this.
Oh, easily.
He was talking about millions and millions of dollars, but nope, we're not going to secure a fucking software license to do this.
And that wouldn't have been evidence for anything at all. It's like it just makes my job easier. Making my job easier, that's a legitimate reason to purchase that Adobe software.
I have bought software for the show that makes my life easier, that I don't have to spend 3 or 4 hours uploading shit, converting shit, moving things around, pulling posts from other places to post them on a WordPress.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm willing to pay for software to do the work that I don't want to fucking do.
Yeah. No, I've bought a license for software for something that I've needed to use like 3 times.
But no, you know, we're not the ones money laundering.
It's not
millions of dollars. Oh, it's just hilarious that these people are. He's in so much trouble now.
Oh, he is. Yes. And every time he refuses to take a plea deal, oh look, we'll just toss another couple indictments on the pile.
Well, yeah, because like we were talking about, the indictments that got hit with, the pair of them, you know, Gates and Manafort both got hit with this on February 22nd on 32 counts of bank and tax fraud. And that's just probably the top of the pile. I'm sure he's got more that he's waiting to fire off at them. You know, because
he like fired off like three or 4 more. And that's they haven't even looked at state charges.
And the real interesting thing here is that they were talking about how, okay, in this stuff that's going on here, the document that came out, it says that he lied to Mueller's team about his conversations with an unspecified congressman and lobbyist about Ukraine. They figured out who that congressman is.
Oh yeah, it was Sessions, wasn't it?
No, it's the guy that's been in the pocket of the Russian people. You remember the joke that that they made at the what the fuck was it? The RNC that was happening where they're like we
thing, or no, it was the
we're all family here. We keep this in the family. No leaks. And they're like, yeah, so and so's in the pocket of Russia. I'm wanting to say Corey Lewandowski, but I know that's not the case. I just can't remember.
No, it's not Lewandowski, but I can't remember the guys. Yeah,
I just made a PDF. That was easy. I didn't even need Adobe for it. That was wow. That was. I mean, in the moment, I just needed to double check. Like I did it in seconds. I just typed this is a PDF, and it is now.
Yeah, there's even web services you can do where you drop your document and it'll convert it for you.
Oh yeah, I do. I use those kind of things like all the time.
All the goddamn time.
Because it's kind of a really lazy way to do it, but
and I'm sure they're keeping a copy of it for a couple of days to see what it is. But
I'm sure that.
Anyway, that was wow. It's not hard.
No.
Yeah. So
no, it's not.
That's remarkable.
Manafort, you're fucked. You're so fucked.
You just have to save as. Do they know you can just save as?
Oh yeah, to go from a Word document to a PDF. Yeah, absolutely.
It's literally a save as.
It's a little trickier to go from a PDF, like a read-only PDF.
Because like if you have like a scanned document that's a PDF.
Oh yeah, no,
that's not converting to Word.
No,
I mean, I think there are programs that can try, but they're not great at it.
No, they don't do it very well. They don't do it very well.
But yeah,
that was one of my jobs, was fixing those mistakes. That was one of my jobs, to be honest with you.
Galaxy.